Men, do you struggle saying no? Whether you're saying no to somebody asking you to do something that you don't really want to do, or saying no to one of your addicting pleasures, whether it's food, porn, Netflix, what have you. Do you struggle with saying no? Last night we were celebrating my son's birthday. He's turning 6. He's actually turning 6 tomorrow, but we celebrated last night because that's just when family could get together. And there was cake, obviously. And I know at the end of the day, a piece of cake isn't going to kill me. And it just, if I wanted a piece of cake, I'd have a piece of cake. But I also know that recently I've been struggling ever since Valentine's Day. For whatever reason, I gave myself permission to just kind of let loose on Valentine's Day with all the chocolates and everything. And Valentine's Day, again, I let loose. But ever since then, I've been struggling to just say no to the sugars and the sweets. And I knew that I needed to get back. I needed to get back to a place where I felt confident, felt powerful again. And being able to say no can give you that power. It's given me that power for years. I remember when I first started to really discipline myself with what I was eating, I would first go to the grocery store, and for months I would just stay on the outside. Don't go in any aisles or down any aisles that I know I didn't need anything. Because I was eating a basically a Whole Foods life or a diet. And so I would stay along the outsides. And then after a while, feeling good, feeling better about, where I was in not just what I was eating, but in my mind, I started going down the aisles when I went to the grocery store. Not to get anything, but to train myself to say no. To simply say, those cookies look good, but no. I know there's a better way, there's a better solution, and I don't need those cookies. There's so much power in saying no. And the struggle most people have is simply that they don't understand this power. Partly because they've never experienced it, because they've never never said no to their guilty pleasure, whatever that may be. And part of it is you don't want to tell yourself no, and you don't want to experience the power because you're enjoying the comfort of the pleasure. And the reality is, every time you say yes to whatever that guilty pleasure is, you're saying no to yourself. And you are continuing to feed yourself. Now, in some cases, this is literally feeding yourself the junk food or whatever. But the reality is you're feeding yourself the lie. You're feeding yourself the lie that you're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the power to say no. And even if you did, it isn't going to matter because it's not going to last. And I want you to consider that you saying no to whatever guilty pleasure you have, whatever addiction you have, is a no to that and a yes to you. It's a yes to you saying, I am worth it, I do have what it takes, and I can live a better life. I can overcome whatever addiction I have. I can overcome whatever guilty pleasure is continuing to hold me back. You are worthy. You have value. You have power. It just takes practice. It takes you saying no to everything else and yes to you. So men, what do you need to say no to so you can start saying yes to yourself? So you can start saying yes to having power to show up as a husband and as a father, as a responder in your community, as a fighter for your country. What do you need to say no to so you can start saying yes to yourself and to the people that are in your care? God bless, and I love you.